Hi, Taurus, or anyone watching for Taurus. This is a love reading from now up until the 1st of July. So I've shuffled your deck and I've pulled your cards. And let me just say, this next few weeks, you are going to be finding out something that it's almost like you suspected it, but it was never in your face, right? Very subtle, very covert energies being exposed to you at this time is what I'm seeing here. When I'm looking at the bottom of your deck, you have the Seven of Swords reversed and the Hierophant, finding something out about a commitment that's in your life at this time. It looks like you've been working really hard with a person that I think this person needs therapy. There's an energy of them holding on to all of their heartaches and maybe not having the whatever it is that when something bad happens to you and you're able to rise above it and kind of see why this could have happened or what the bigger lesson was for this person, they're not able to do that. It's like they just stay in their heartache, they stay in their sorrow, they don't put distance between themselves and their trauma long enough to be able to try to start unpacking or healing or understanding, right? This is somebody that may have addictions, I'm seeing. And it's almost like you're trying to work with this person because you see the potential. And for some of you, it's not even just potential. It's like you see where this person keeps recreating the same kinds of situations for themselves or inviting the same kinds of toxicity into their life. And because you have a good connection to like your intuition or source, it's very tempting for you to want to guide this person. You can see very clearly, if you would just do this, your life would change. If you could just realize this, you wouldn't be feeling the way you do, or you wouldn't be in the situations you're in, right? It's tempting for you because the solution is very easy. But this person seems to rebel in making things more difficult than they need to be. This is someone who, it's like their misery is such a part of their personality or their narrative of like who they are. It defines them. They wouldn't be able to live their life without it because they haven't seen themselves without it, right? They're not willing to separate themselves from the things in their lives that make them miserable. They're not willing to grow. They just stagnate and then they kind of stay in this really lower vibrational energy. It looks like this is someone that at one time you felt like was the only option. You felt like this was a soulmate or your other half. And it's looking like now you're realizing that this person may have just been a season in your life, is what this is looking like to me. That there are other options. Perhaps the lesson in this for you is that you need to be more protective of yourself when it comes to energies like this, rather than trying to heal them or trying to give of yourself to replenish like their depletion or their deficit, right? For you, you're coming in as the Knave of Cups. The difficulty with this is that I think you've been doing a lot of ruminating kind of on what this situation has created for you versus just like what is the physical. It's not just, okay, I'm with this person, we've created a relationship. You're starting to look at it from like a bird's eye view of like, okay, I'm with this person, we created this relationship, but what has this created inside of me? What is holding on to this situation, creating for my frequency and my vibration and my manifestations? And what am I attracting to myself in other areas of my life because I'm in this situation with this person and they're taking up so much of my attention and energy? This person has you so focused on like lack, I wouldn't be surprised if other areas of your life are starting to suffer, if your health is suffering, if your finances are suffering. Perhaps you have had a job for a long time and then all of a sudden your manager leaves, you get a new manager, and this manager expects you to do everything for very little pay, right? I'm seeing things in your life changing. Maybe your rent is being raised. Maybe there's like new laws where you live that are starting to limit you. This is affecting other areas of your life because of this person staying in these like constraints and you trying so hard to break them out of those binds that they're keeping. You are starting to become bound in other areas of your life, right? You're starting to find yourself in situations where you're giving so much and seeing very little. And I think that on an intuitive level, you are very aware of how your life has changed since you started dealing with this person. You know, maybe friends that were healthier started to fade away, or situations that you would normally find yourself in that were very pleasing to you, those opportunities are starting to dry up. Maybe you're even feeling like you're being excluded from places that you usually were welcomed into, right? So this is hard because you're starting to not just see it on like, okay, this is depressing, this is depressing on a psychological level, this is depleting on an emotional level. It's starting to manifest physically for you in other areas of your life. And that's the universe, or whatever you believe in, trying to warn you that because you're putting so much energy into this person, right, your creations are halting, or they're beginning to reflect the way that you are feeling when you're around this person. And it looks like this is someone you're with a lot, okay? As far as what's coming towards you, you have the Eight of Wands. So it's almost like something is coming in to really shake you up, get you moving. It could be a message from someone like, hey, let's go on this vacation, this girls trip, or it could be from like an old friend that's like, hey, let's go rent a cabin. I haven't seen you in forever. It's almost like the universe is sending you a pattern interrupt so that you can get some space away from this situation to reconnect with yourself in a way that you haven't been able to, right? Because you need distance from this. Whatever this is so ingrained in your life that it's almost like you don't have autonomy. You know, you're always responsible for this person's emotions. You're always responsible for this person's mood swings or their depressive episodes. Maybe you're dealing with someone who gets like manic and then they get depressed. You're getting an invitation to do something different. It's not forever. I feel like it's for kind of a short period of time, whether it's like, hey, you know, come out to my villa for a weekend, right? It's something that the universe is trying to send you to move you to a place where this person can't get to you for a little while, so that you can actually think about, you know, where are you? Are you okay? Do you like where you are? Do you like what you're I don't want to say creating, because it doesn't feel like you're creating this, but because you care about this person, you're not allowing yourself to create something better for yourself. It's like misery loves company. You know, you have to stay in this person's vibration. And I don't know if that's like out of loyalty, it could be out of love. I think that when you first met this person, you thought this was going to be like a passing phase or a passing influence, whatever is going on. But now you're starting to see that that really is who they are. So I'm seeing an opportunity for you to go on a short trip, or to perhaps get away from whatever this is for a little while so that you can clear your head. The difficulty is how this is affecting you, which is the Knave of Coins. So you're so like enmeshed in what's going on here with this. It's almost like you're afraid to leave this person alone. You're afraid to disappoint this person. You're concerned how they would react if you wanted to go do something without them for a while. And so your knee-jerk reaction is that you need to turn this down, right? You can't participate in whatever this is. For some of you, this is like a really great job offer or an opportunity to do something you've really wanted to do, like your old self wanted to do before you aligned with this. And your first thought is like, I can't do that because so-and-so is going to feel so, betrayed that I'm moving away from them, or that, they're just going to be so difficult to deal with because I'm happy or good things are happening to me, right? As far as why this is happening to you, you got King of Swords in the reverse. So to me, it's possible that there's someone in your life from your past, perhaps a father figure, that was a narcissist, right? That this is very much a narcissistic energy. This is somebody who always feels like they have to have like an audience, or that they have to control people through manipulation, very covert tactics, right? This wouldn't be a grandiose narcissist that's just like, I'm so great, look at me. This is the more pathetic, pitiful, boo-hoo, I'm so wounded, I'm so hurt, everyone I love leaves, now you're leaving, I knew that would happen, this is why I don't get close to people, right? You could have grown up with a parent where you saw that behavior modeled. You could have heard things from a parent like, well, if you loved me, you would get better grades. If you loved me, you would do this or that, right? Very much an energy of somebody manipulating you in the sense of like how you show up for them is not, how do I say it? It's like this person is conditional. You get what I'm saying? They can't just know that you love them every day unless you're doing something to show them that you love them every day, unless you're at their beck and call, and so if you're not validating this person, the mood swings are off the charts, the passive aggressive behavior is off the charts, the verbal abuse and snide comments, you could have watched a parent treat your other parent this way. There's something here where it's like this archetype is a dark spot in your life, and it's almost like you've attracted a partner that's very similar to this energy that you've dealt with before, right? That's why this is happening. That's how you ended up in this situation. Perhaps whoever it was that represents this archetype in your life passed away, and so you were never able to like confront them, or maybe you don't even know where they are, or they left, or whatever, you cut them out of your life and never got closure. Somehow you've recreated a dynamic that's very similar. And the hard part is like, whoever this was, this parental figure, they could have been an addict, right? They could have been kind of this really pathetically sad addict who blamed all of their actions on their sadness, their addiction, or whatever. And maybe you felt like you needed to save this person and you couldn't save this person. And so you've attracted a partner that initially you were like, yeah, this is it. Like subconsciously, I can save this person. I can have my happily ever after with this person. I know what they need, right? This person doesn't want to be saved, As far as your 8 of Wands happening, the reason for that is because you're starting to understand the magnitude of this relationship in your life, right? That it's affecting every area of your life. And it's almost like maybe you said a prayer of like, hey, please let this person change. Or you said a prayer of like, if you can give me a sign, there's something here that you're waiting for, some kind of confirmation that you're waiting for, that if you get it, then you'll know your answer of like, I can't stay here anymore, right? And so this 8 of Wands is your sign. This invitation for a little bit of distance, for a vacation, for a seminar, for a business trip, this is your sign to take it so that you can just have some peace, some time. When we have a parental figure that behaves this way, oftentimes it changes how our central nervous system moves. You know what I'm saying? And so once that gets activated, you end up assuming the position of like fight or flight or fawn or freeze. And so, because this is in your space all the time, you're always kind of living in this perpetual state of anxiety that's not allowing you to think clearly. Okay. Like when you are feeling that feeling of like survival, I need to pick which one is going to help me in the situation. I need to try to fawn this person, or I need to run out the door and go to the store for a little bit, right? When that's activated, you're moving into a more like primitive survival mindset. And so all of your logic and your rationale, that ceases to function. Okay. It's a thing. It's literally to help you stay alive. Like if a bear is attacking you, you just do what you need to do. You run, you climb that tree, you do whatever, versus taking the time to be like, well, I could do this, or I could do that, or maybe if I do this, this will happen. Well, you'd already be dead, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why your logical brain turns off when you're in the middle of that like trauma response, right? Because your body, your physiology, your biology, whatever, it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And so because you've been triggered for so long, you haven't had the reprieve to be able to just think, right? Because I feel like this situation, if you seem like you're not being attentive, if you seem like you're being a little less interested, if you seem disinterested, if you seem like they're not the center of the world or the priority, this person is very quick to start the gaslighting or the accusatory or the guilt trip or the whatever, right? And then it sucks you out of like the 30 minutes you were taking for yourself to just kind of reflect on your goals. You get what I'm saying? Knave of Swords coming out for your opportunity. So again, that's talking about the clarity that you're lacking here. If you can take some time away from this, you know, and it could be even that this person suggests out of like, they go on a tangent of like, well, everybody I love leaves, so just go. Take that and say, thank you, I will, and go, right? Take 8 days to just be apart from that, even if you know you're coming back, which may be very hard for you, but that's literally like you're being given the green light, the open door, the whatever, even if it's coming from this person in the middle of a temper tantrum. Take what is being offered, because your opportunity is to be able to gain clarity about what this is for you, what this represents for you, what the lesson could be in this, how to navigate this situation, and to reconnect with yourself and figure out what you really need for you, for your own mental health, right? Ace of Cups coming out for your obstacle. So this is this person getting into the like love bombing, the I miss you so much, I wish that you were coming home tonight, I don't think they'll miss you if you leave early. This is this person making sure that you're always thinking about them. And the hard part is like, as soon as you get regulated, if you get that text message, you're gonna feel those feelings all over again of like, oh my gosh, they need me, I have to open this, something could be wrong. You get what I'm saying? That's going to be your obstacle for this situation, because what the universe wants for you is a break, you know, so that you can just kind of regulate and think clearly. Something that you should consider in regards to this is the 7 of Cups. Okay, so what does this represent to you that it makes it difficult for you to choose yourself? You get what I'm saying? Like, oftentimes in my own life, when I've left a really toxic situation, I felt immense grief and sadness. And on paper, logically, that doesn't make sense, right? You leave a traumatic situation, you leave an abuser. Why in the hell are you sad? But it's not just about that person, it's about what they represented to me at that time. This person may have represented partnership or an opportunity for security or feeling understood, right? Whatever this person represented to you when you first met them, It's time to get very clear about what that is, right? Why you need it, and how can you acquire that for yourself without this person? Because up until this point, Seven of Cups, this person does the love bombing and the gaslighting and the future faking, but nothing has come to pass. Nothing that they've told you has come to pass, right? So you're needing to consider everything that this person has said that they will do and weigh it against what this person has done. Figure out, why are you staying, right? Not just that person, but you. Why are you staying? What are you hoping to have come of this, right? If this person could show up and be everything you need, what does it look like that they're giving you? Are they giving you attention? Are they, giving you more financial stability? Are they giving you love and acceptance? Because at the end of the day, all of those things that you're waiting for this person to give to you, if you separated yourself from this person and you got your heart and your mind and all of your yourself back to where you needed to be, you could very easily give those things to yourself to the point that you would raise your vibration and get into an alignment where you could easily attract a partner that does do all of those things. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to take this over to the extended reading because I'd like to know more about this person. I really feel like this is someone who tries to control you through emotional manipulation. This could even be someone who, if they know that maybe you have something going on, try to keep it to yourself, because I could see this person blowing all their money and then being like, well, we don't have rent, so I guess you can't go because you don't have the money for that. You got to cover my half this month. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can see this person trying to sabotage you having a break from them. So in the extended, I'm going to look at this person's energy. I'm going to see how they really feel about you and how they think you feel about them. I'm going to see what they want, but I also really want to look into this person's future actions once this Eight of Wands opportunity presents itself. And I'm going to take a look at how their actions will affect you, as well as advice for you about that situation. So the link to that is in the description box. I will speak to all of you again soon. You take very good care of yourselves. Bye. So Taurus, I have shuffled your deck. I've pulled your cards. Let's start with what's at the bottom of the deck. You have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, which is very interesting because your advice is actually the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So in regards to this person, let's take a look at what we have. It seems like okay, so here's the thing. This person, before they met you, they were dealing with someone else who was not willing to put up with them anymore. Okay, now I don't know what this person has told you about their past relationship. Let's see if I can find out. Oh, okay, so this person tried to tell you that their previous partner was super toxic and would reject them all the time, had commitment issues. They view that person as a mistake. They were the ones that decided to leave because they weren't getting what they needed from that person. That's what they told you about their previous partner, something along those lines of that person was an addict, that person was manipulative. But what I'm seeing over here is that the person that they were dealing with before you got sick of them, because that person showed up for them, they loved them, and they dealt with everything that you're dealing with now. That person ended up getting kind of hip to the game and understanding that whoever you're dealing with is never going to change. And so they cut that person out. They cut the person that you're with now out of their life because they saw them for who they are. Okay. So why is this important? This is important because the person that you're dealing with had tried to come back and love bomb this ex, and the ex was not going for it because they knew that whoever this is, this person that you're with, they are not going to make good on any of their promises, right? For some of you, and this may be triggering, so I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but